Good morning and welcome back to our channel. In today's video, I want to share with you some of my post-retrieval must-have. These are items that without them, I don't know if recovery would have went as smoothly as it did. I didn't have the smoothest recovery. I was stuck in bed for about a week, but I feel like without these things, that time would have been a whole lot worse. So my first must-have was my husband. He was responsible for doing all of the cooking. He was doing all of the cleaning. There were times where I couldn't walk by myself, so he literally had to help me to the bathroom, help me sit down. Like, he had to help with everything, and I couldn't have made it through this without him. Initially, he had taken the day of retrieval off as well as the next day, but he ended up just staying with me until the weekend, and so I couldn't have done any of this without him. So babe, I love you and I appreciate you. The second thing that was really helpful was a meal delivery service, or just pre-made meals. The service that Adam and I decided to use was HelloFresh. If you're like me and you're like the main cook in your household, then that is something I definitely recommend, because I was not able to cook at all, but we still needed to eat, and I wanted to make sure that we weren't just eating fast food all day. And so the way HelloFresh works is you go on their website and you can sign up for the number of people in your household as well as the number of meals that you want a week. It was just super easy. Adam got to pick out the meals that he thought were going to be most helpful to him, and then he would cook them. We found recipes that were under 30 minutes just so it wasn't overwhelming for him. And so HelloFresh definitely helped with that. Also, literally every possible pre-made meal you can think of from Costco, my parents dropped it off for us. So we had the rotisserie chicken, the Caesar salad, the taco case, like the taco pack. We had the what was it, chicken fettuccine alfredo, and so those were just able to be in the fridge and the freezer. And when we needed something to eat, or Adam was trying to figure out what to do with dinner, when we ran out of HelloFresh meals, then we also had those, so that there was no stress around cooking and eating and things like that. And so again, if you are fine with your husband cooking, if your husband knows how to cook and he's good to go, then this isn't something that you're gonna need. But for me, this was a must-have. My third must-have is something that I could not live without during this process. Like, this thing was by my side the entire time, and that is my heating pad. This is my heating pad, and I love it so much. Oh my goodness. Like, for back pain, for cramping, for everything, this thing is just amazing. It's absolutely amazing, and it just helps kind of soothe some of the aches and pains that come after retrieval, especially the cramping. And so I laid on this all day. I laid on it at night. I actually had two of them, so I had one for my front and then one for my back, just so that like everything was feeling good, and it was amazing. The one thing that I will say about your heating pad is make sure you get one that is on a timer. This one is not on a timer, and so what would happen is I would wake up in the middle of the night soaking wet because of the fact that it doesn't turn off. And so I would just be sweating and sweating and sweating. Luckily, this cover does come off. And so you can just take this off and throw it in the wash. And then you have this. Don't use this by itself because this thing gets hot. Make sure you do put the cover back on it. But when it did get super sweaty, I did have to take it off and have my husband wash it. But yeah, I love my heating pad, and would definitely recommend getting one of these. My fourth item that was on my must-have list, and I don't know how this got on my list. I don't know. Somewhere in my line of researching IVF and retrieval and like post-retrieval, I read somewhere that it was like you need to have drinks that have electrolytes in them, and then salty foods will help preventing OHSS. I don't know if any of that's actually true, but somewhere I heard that. And so in my mind, when I was planning for Retrieval, I was like, babe, we have to have Gatorade, and I need salt and vinegar chips because I have to have electrolytes and I have to have salt. And so that's what I got. I got my Gatorade, lots and lots of Gatorade. My favorite kind is the green apple. And then I also got salt and vinegar kettle chips, and like those were my go-to snacks. And so this recommendation, or my must-have, is really just to have some snacks. Like, you're stuck in bed or you're stuck on your couch and like you're in pain, so you deserve to treat yourself. And so that's what I did, and so I recommend you do the same because you deserve it. And now for my last one. Now, this isn't one of the things that was on my must-have list. This item is something that I wish I had, something that I needed, something that I wish I would have told my husband to go and pick up, and I really regret not getting it. And that is stool softeners. Yes, stool softeners, because the constipation after retrieval is no joke. Oh my God, I feel like that might have been one of the worst parts about like post-retrieval, because while the cramping and stuff was bad and I was in a lot of pain and I couldn't walk, that ended about 4 or 5 days after retrieval. 4 or 5 days after retrieval, I could get up, I could walk, I was feeling a lot better. But the constipation did not go away. The constipation lasted about 2 weeks post-retrieval. So for 2 weeks, I was struggling. For 2 weeks, I was in pain. And for 2 weeks, I'm mad at myself because I should have told my husband to go and pick up some stinking stool softeners. But yeah, those are my post-retrieval must-haves. If you have some items that worked for you during your retrieval, let me know in the comment section below. Also, hold on. If you have some must-have items for transfer, please comment those down below. Our transfer is still a while away. There's been some complications with all of that, but we're still excited. We're still optimistic. We're still doing some things to help plan and get our bodies ready for transfer, and we'll discuss that in an upcoming video. But for now, leave some things down below that you recommend, because we got work to do in getting ready for transfer, because I don't care what nobody says, this body is going to be ready for a baby, okay? So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please be sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and yeah, we'll see you in the next video. Bye.